Hello everyone, it's Critical Rocket today. This is I don't really know how long this is going to go. This is just kind of shooting from the hip, I guess, for recording. Just a couple of things I wanted to ask, get some feedback, and also some other bits and pieces. As far as the channel's going at the moment, I'm quite happy producing stuff. I'd like to say thank you to all 100 at the time of this recording, all 114 subscribers. Thank you very much. For subscribing, taking the time to listen or watch the videos. All the comments are welcome, any suggestions are welcome. And that kind of leads in nicely to my other idea about suggestions. In fact, I believe it was on my Mislinks gameplay video, a user who, and I apologise if I'm not pronouncing this correctly, I believe your name is Super Pinyuf Salmon, sorry, suggested the idea of sort of a reaction type video, sort of like proposing a mech build, and then I run it and record it, and I sort of talk about it live while I play, and I like the sound of that because I know some of you might like the Lore Warrior videos, and they're incredibly easy for me to produce. They're very short and they're quick to upload, but I know compared to the actual gameplay videos that they're not as exciting. I know it's mostly just stuff from the background. And if you know anything about BattleTech, you've already read the book, so you've already checked all the background stuff anyway. So I've been trying to think of something I can do every now and then in between these, because there's going to be a lot of Lore Warrior videos. Obviously, I've just this day recorded the Raven, which finishes off the Inner Sphere Light Lore Warriors, and I've just moved on to the Cicada. But you know, there's a lot of Inner Sphere mechs to get through yet, and then there's going to be all the clan ones afterwards. As far as the clan ones are concerned, I'm going to be doing them slightly differently because I don't have access to a book that has a complete sort of background the same way that the Inner Sphere ones do, where you have company names and logos. I have the access to the original 3050 technical readout, and all of the clan mechs are described from the perspective of the Curitan and Steiner and Razelhag military perspectives. So I thought I'd do that with a little bit of an introduction, as if it's from a military document that's being read by someone, rather than it just being... I sort of imagine the Lore Warrior ones being a bit like a computer, sort of as if you're accessing it and it's sort of reading it out, but I don't really have access to the kind of effects technology or modulation or anything like that for the voices, but that's kind of what I was going for, and I sort of want this to be the same thing as if you're accessing a terminal, and it's sort of giving you information about these invading mechs and using the names given to them by the Inner Sphere rather than the clans. So that's my idea with the Lore Warrior regarding the clans anyway. But yeah, the suggestion videos, I've been given one for a Timberwolf, and I'll get around to that soon. It's a case of making sure I've got the parts, and I can remember what the hell I had on my build, so I have to write down everything, and I have to kind of rebuild it that way. So Super Pino Salmon, I will be doing your Timberwolf video. If not this week, it'll be next. And yeah, I'll do a live recording of that and play it a couple of rounds, and yeah, just sort of give my impressions, whether I love it, whether I hate it, you know, that kind of thing. So what I was thinking of maybe doing under this post in the description is putting a list of every single mech I have, because I don't keep every single mech. I will keep one of each chassis that I found was the most fun. Generally it's the one from the original 3025 book. So for instance, I'm currently running Atlases. I have the RS, the DDC and the D, but I'll be keeping the D and selling the DDC and the RS, which frees up mech pays for me. So I'll put the whole list of every mech I've got there, and then if anyone wants to give a suggestion, then they just give the build suggestion for that chassis, because I don't really have the C-bills to be buying a fresh mech and then building it and then playing it and then either keeping it, which takes up a mech bay for me, or selling it, which I only get a fraction of what I just spent. So I know it's kind of limiting, and I'm sorry about that. I guess I don't play MechWarrior as much as some people have. I know some people out there literally have millions of, hundreds of millions of C-bills just sort of sat there with nothing to buy. whereas I kind of hover near the 100 million mark. I think I'm at 73 million now. I was at 80 odd when I bought another Atlas, so the RS, so that's why I went down again. But yeah, so I'm up for doing that. Once I finish the Lore Warrior series, there's going to be the map series of videos, which is going to be basically, it's going to be testing grounds. I'm going to be running around in a mech and sort of talking about the map, what I like about it, what I don't like about it, and trying to show off areas that are common locations. So for instance, Frozen City, there's always the tunnel, obviously, and there's the hill at Delta 3, D3 on the map, and you've got like the little city area, and it's the kind of common locations where fights tend to happen. And yeah, so it'll just be me kind of running around and talking live over it, and then I'll be uploading them. It's just for, I don't know, anyone who's new. Again, it's sort of aimed at anyone who's new, again, a bit like the tutorial series, so they can sort of quickly look at the maps, and I'll be updating that every time they do a new map, of course, so I'll be trying to run around and show it off when the map's released. But after that, after Lore Warrior and after the map series, I'm not really sure where I go with Mech Warrior stuff. Obviously, whenever there is a new mech release, so December's going to be quite busy because there's going to be the King Crab and the Loki and the Gargoyle, and January is going to be a bit quiet on mechs because obviously that's when the Vulture comes out for everybody else. So I'll be doing new videos in February when we get the Panther, which is going to be amazing, and the Enforcer. I'll be looking forward to doing them. Yeah, I guess there might be something about community warfare. I might do. I don't know regarding community warfare. See, the situation I'm in is I am currently in a clan. If you've got me on your friends list, you'll probably see that. Or if you've ever dropped me, more like, sorry, because you can't see it in the friends list. When you drop in game, you'll probably see that I don't have a tag, and there is a reason behind that. It's because I am in a group. I'm in a pretty big gaming group. It's called TAW, which stands stands for the Art of Warfare, and basically it's apart from being fucking massive, basically it's about 2,600 people. I think it fluctuates, but it stays around about 2,600, 2,800 people, and TAW plays loads of different games. There's always new games being added to it. There's always new groups being created, and I am the sort of second. I'm not second in command. I'm more like second head administrator of the group. There's a hierarchy thing. It's too long to describe, but basically, we have our own group, TAW, TAW, and you might see a few guys in my group who are at the moment have their tag with a little dash TAW, and that's because I originally had the group called TAW. We had that, it was all set, and there was a bit of disgruntlement, I guess you could say, a few unhappy people that at the time that the group was made, I had a House Liao faction tag, and unaware that at the time that everyone who joins your group will have the House Liao tag, so this pissed some people off, and they refused to join. So there was some discussion. Some people wouldn't join it because of the tag. I'll be honest, I thought it was kind of petty, considering Community Warfare wasn't even out. Your faction had nothing to do with it, and now that we know there was going to be a contract system, it made no difference. But in interest of fairness to everyone, I thought, okay, right, we'll see if we can fix it. So I tried changing my tag to Mercenary, didn't work. So one of my other members had tinkered around, they made their own group, they disbanded it and then remade it and found that worked fine. So, oh, okay, brilliant. So we disbanded TAW, tried to remake TAW, no, their servers go, no, this group already exists. So, yeah, ever since then, I've had a ticket with PGI waiting quite patiently for this group to be remade with me in command, now with a Merc core tag, so I can re-invite everyone into TAW. So, yeah, I do advertise TAW on here, because we're always looking for new people anyway. We're quite casual, I'd say. You know, there will be some groups out there that are very hardcore. They're all about the meta. They're all about running the community warfare, about running the competitive leagues. We're just gearing up now for making a dedicated group for doing community warfare. So in regards to videos, I might try and do a few of them and get those recorded, maybe once in a blue moon. I think you can drop solo, I don't know. If it drops before we have anything solid, and I doubt I'm going to get the TAW group fixed by PGI anytime soon, because they told me they don't have the tools to fix it, which is awesome considering I've been waiting for about 3 months. Yeah, these I guess I'll be doing some mercenary drops on my own for different houses, and hopefully if I can earn enough loyalty points, so maybe show up a few videos of the different camo schemes or whatever other rewards you can get. So I'll be looking at doing a few videos about that, I guess. But at this point, if there's any suggestions that people want to come up with regarding MechWarrior videos, because yeah, obviously it's kind of limited at the moment. I would love to have the third-person camera, but No Guts No Galaxy seem to have a monopoly on that. No one else is allowed to have that camera. Or else my Lore Warrior videos would actually have some movement in them. If I had the third-person camera, I had a couple of ideas. For instance, when I get around to the Atlas, I would have had it so I would have had the camera sort of at street level in a high-rise, and had my Atlas like slowly walk past the building, so as if you were looking through the window and you saw this like monstrous battlemech sort of stomp past, and would have had it like an overhead shot of like the Locust sort of zooming around the map, and you know, like nimbly moving between buildings. I've had that kind of something to emphasise the different aspects of each battlemech, but yeah, no 3D camera, so it had to be mech based, unfortunately. It's mostly just to keep the fact that it's a roughly 2 to 3 minute narration, and to record footage for 2 to 3 minutes that, I don't know, it would make the videos very large, because I use Shadowplay, and Shadowplay makes relatively large files. A few minutes, like 2 or 3 minutes, will create about 1.8 gig of footage, which when you process it and I put it through Windows Movie Maker will make it smaller, but the upload time, it still takes a hit on YouTube, and it still can take like upwards of half an hour, and if it's a really long video it can take about an hour or 2 hours. So it's not the best. That's why the Lore Warrior series is done the way it is, so I apologise if it's boring for anyone like that, but it was the best middle ground I could come with. In regards to other games, I don't know, again, comment on here if you want to see other games. I've done the odd video, 1 or 2, because I don't just play MechWarrior, I do play quite a few other games actually. Another game I play a lot of is Marvel Heroes, and I've recently just got every hero bar 2, and I've been working my way through them, and so I was tinkering with the idea of maybe doing a couple of videos about Marvel Heroes, nothing too extensive, mostly just showing off what the game looks like, what you do, you know, that kind of thing. I recently got Dragon Age Inquisition, but I don't know if people want to see Dragon Age being played or not, because it's more of a narrative-based game, and if you're going to get it, I don't know if it'd be a bit spoilerific for you. Play the odd bit of War Thunder. I play... so I'm trying to think of what else I've got currently on Steam. Red Orchestra 2. I quite like my World War II games. Battlefield. Fair amount of Battlefield. When I can. Yeah, I mean, it comes and goes. Depends on what's out at the time. The other thing I do is I collect the X-Wing miniatures, which I've also been tinkering with the idea of making a couple of videos about them. I've got quite a few of those now. I've got at least one of every single model that they've produced. Check them out, Fantasy Flight Games, X-Wing. Very, very, very cool models. Expensive, but very good. If you ever wanted some proper miniatures for tabletop role-playing or anything like that to represent your spaceships, or some of the ships in the Star Wars universe, I don't think you could get any better than those. Like for instance the A-Wing, which is so small that the amount of detail on each model is phenomenal. It's worth the price, it really is. I'm getting some new ones coming in this week, which if you know Star Wars, if you've heard Shadows of the Empire, I'm getting Dash Rendar's ship, the YT-2400, and also one from Star Wars Galaxy, which for the Imperial side is called the VT-49 Decimator. So I usually, on my blog, which I link somewhere on YouTube on the About section, I think it is, I do have like guides that show all the pilots and the stats of the ships and some of the background stuff. It was something I was doing before I launched the channel, so there's quite a lot of them anyway. So yeah, Law Warrior's still coming along. New mechs will be coming along. I will get round to any build suggestions that people want to throw my way. If it seems a bit slow, I do apologise sometimes if one of those build videos doesn't come along when you've suggested. I will keep a track of who posted what when, so it'll go sequentially. There's no like, oh, I was the most recent to post, so I should get the comment now. I'll do it as people come through. So yeah. Again, thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for listening to this. I guess no. One of the other things I guess to talk about was a bit about PGI, and I know a lot of people suddenly turning around and warming up to them. Obviously, we had the big news that Nico was fired. Now, I'd heard things, but I'd never seen any of this. But I know a lot of people disliked him. I know a lot of people didn't really know why people disliked him. I've heard things, but I don't know whether they're true. The only thing I know for a fact regarding Nico was his actions on Reddit ended up causing that huge, I guess, say kerfuffle, where PGI got shadow banned from Reddit, and he blamed it on the goons or some particular group who were causing trouble and this, that, and the other, and it all kind of went tits up. And I don't know. I don't think that's the main reason, but he's gone anyway. We don't know the real reason, and I don't think Russ Bullock should come out and tell anyone the real reason, whether it was over an argument, whether it's just the fact that his contract ran out, whether he found better work, who knows. But Nico's gone. That was a big talking point for a while. So we have a new community manager in PGI, and a lot of people seem to be coming around thinking, oh right, well, community warfare's on the way. Russ is doing the town hall meetings, and we're talking about this, that, and the other. Okay, yeah, fair enough. At least they're being a bit more communicative now. I guess you could say maybe IGP was part of the reason for their lack of communication. Maybe. I'm not going to be jumping up in complete support of PGI just yet. I mean, I want to see community warfare even in its rawest form before I actually go and jump back on the bandwagon again, because I've been playing this for a while now, and there hasn't really been much in the way of advancements, and I've seen a lot of people come and go from the game, and these aren't people who were bored because like they didn't like the gameplay or anything like that, or they didn't like the universe, they certainly didn't like the mechs or anything. It's just there's only so much of that type you can keep playing without some kind of new mode or some kind of overhaul to the mechanics. And maybe I'm hoping a lot of these people come back for PGI's benefit and for the overall community's benefit, because the more people we've got playing, obviously the better the experience will be overall, especially in regards to community warfare, because we need a lot of people in community warfare to make it really, really stand out as this mode that people have been waiting for all this time. So yeah, I'm sort of holding back, waiting to see how that goes before I'm in complete support of them. I mean, the one thing I really, really can't praise them enough for is their mech design. I really think that PGI have a fantastic art and animation team out there. I just think sometimes there was just bad management or bad choices in design. But yeah, maybe they're coming around a bit on this. We'll wait and see. If they roll out December community warfare, then brilliant. I'm very happy. If not, then I'm not really going to be shocked. The one thing I'm looking forward to from PGI is the King Crab, because that looks fucking amazing, and that will be my go-to assault mech for any situation. I don't care. I don't even really see a need to touch it. In my opinion, that mech is perfection. You can't go wrong with two AC-20s, ER large and LRM-20. Yeah, it's going to be good. I don't care. All we need now is the crab, and it'll be complete for me. Because I've got my Panther coming, I've got my King Crab. Just give me the crab, and I'll have all the mechs covered for me now. I mean, unless they can do some kind of deal with Harmony Gold to actually get the unseen, but yeah, that's in a different reality that happens. I suppose another is Twitch. I do have a Twitch account, but I know a lot of people Twitch stream see, I don't know. I'm probably saying some. I'm probably gonna talk about stuff, and someone's gonna say, no, actually, you can do this with Twitch. And I was like, so I'll just go ahead anyway. And if you can correct me, then thank you for that. You know. But I do have a Twitch account, and I've sort of experimented with it about how it works and stuff. And I don't really know if I can Twitch stream Mech Warrior as much because of the connection. Because obviously in North America it's fine because the pings are quite good, but over in the UK, my ping is an average of about 112 when it's good, and then when it's average it's about 150. And I imagine with Twitch it's going to be jumping up to near 200, which when it hits the 200 mark, that's when things start to get a bit laggy, and I can't see what I'm shooting at, or I do shoot at things and it's already moved. So yeah, there's that issue. I have that issue. But I was thinking I could Twitch stream other games, single player games, obviously multiplayer games that have European servers. I could do that. So I don't know if people would want to see any sort of semi-regular Twitch streams like that. I didn't know whether I could do that with Dragon Age. Maybe if I could do like an hour of me just playing it and talking over it as a play, but I don't know, because I know a lot of people have like dual monitor systems, so they have the game on one and they have the Twitch chat going on the other side. Because Shadowplay is kind of cool because it allows you to switch to Twitch, so you can just log in through Shadowplay, and then I think you're supposed to hit a magical key combination on the program, and then it starts streaming for you. So I might experiment with that a bit. I might do a bit. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, this has gone on long enough. So again, thanks for listening, everyone. And new Lore Warrior videos will be coming tomorrow. Actually, it'll be the Raven, as I said, and after that, it will be the first of the Innisphere mediums. And yeah, I'll try and get around to Super Pinion Salmon's Timberwolf build that he sent me. Thank you very much for that. And yeah, we get a response. So. Yeah, have a good one, everyone. Grizzly Rockets signing out.